Hello, YouTube. I just had to get on here and do a video on what I've noticed on YouTube as far as negative commentary. Some girl just interrupted this girl's YouTube live and said, "Why are you wasting your time doing this video?" First of all, it was a super good video, and it's just like this is the mentality of low-minded people. I had a cracker on me. I'm gonna eat it. Yum. I love saltines. I love to have a few saltines. Anyway, it's just it's so hilarious to me how negative minded that people are, because like, why would you do something? This is basically the mentality of, why would you fix up your house? Why would you paint the wall? This is what we're dealing with. I'm serious. It is like, that is the mentality of people who are so low-minded that their only focus is to like pick out that of the whole live session that this girl was doing, teaching on amazing stuff. And to say that, like, it's like, are you kidding? Why is she doing that? Why is she teaching? Why is she trying to make the world better? Like, are you kidding? Are you kidding? Does that even make sense? Like, this is the world we are living in, and I truly can't believe it. It's like, why would you dress up? Because I like to feel and look nice, and I like to be clean. Like, why would you brush your teeth? Because I don't want my breath to stink, and I like a clean mouth. Like, why would you wash your feet if you've been walking around outside? Because my feet feel dirty? Like, why would you make your bed if you're just gonna sleep in it? Because I like the way it looks? Like, why would you clean your house? I mean, are you kidding? Why would you waste your time and teach people valuable lessons? It's just like, is that the devil? I think that's the devil. It's like, all it does is to try to inspire doubt into people. And also, you just gotta wonder who these people actually are. First, most of the time they don't even have a face. They didn't have a face on the question. And it's just like, do you think these people are like people who are attacking somebody they know that they're jealous of under like a profile where they don't have their face? I mean, that's your first clue. Your face isn't on there, right? That's the first clue. It's like, okay, I wonder what your face looks like. Like, maybe you should go do something, if you're not doing something. And just the audacity of being negative, or saying, and it's just like, does that help anybody? Like, why are you saying a negative comment? Like, does that even make sense? I'm so mind blown by the way that people are. Like, from the people who have like no empathy for people, to, it's just like, how do you even live in that mode of being so selfish and so unmotivated and selfish? It's just like, I don't understand why someone would comment on somebody's amazing video to say, why are you doing this? Why are you wasting your time doing this? Like, why? That's almost like, why would you read to your kids? Like, so they can understand things more, so they can hear a story, so they can be engaged, so they can learn. It's just like, I just don't understand people. I don't understand people. Like, why are you even watching? Why are you even watching YouTube if that's your thought process? It's a really scary world out there. And on that note, men are scary. Men are really scary human beings, you know. I I'm not even dating anymore. I thought I was talking to a nice guy, and he was kind of pushy, and I just thought, "Oh, great. I'm too toxic for nice men, and I'm not toxic enough for a super nice man, or you know, like I'm not toxic enough for a toxic man, I mean." And so like I just I I can't even think about dating right now. I I've been I've been doing a ton of journaling and reading, and I'm reading this other book. I was going to read this Demonic Curses book, but I got this other book from this camp, and it's such a good book. Oh my gosh, that book is so good. And it's not even on Amazon. So I'm going to have to talk to my friend and see why this woman's book is not on Amazon, since she published it. It's in Canada. She published in Canada. But like, I'm like, why are you not selling this book? Like, I read literally a third of it today, and it was so good. But like, I was just kind of going over my poor dating history. And even my ex called me. My boyfriend when I was 21, my first narcissist. I couldn't believe that while I was talking to the nice guy, but like the nice guy just went ghost. And I mean, I'm not gonna chase him because I just thought it was super weird how pushy he was being, and I mean nice, but like just wanting to talk all the time. Almost like, can I meet you first before we like do so much phone interaction? Like, you live far, like, I mean, I don't mind saying like, hey, good morning, but it was just like, we had a couple of FaceTime dates, and then he disappeared, and it's like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And this happened like a couple weeks ago, and I don't think I really liked him. I don't think he was toxic enough, but now I'm realizing he's too toxic. And no, I don't even mean that. Like, I don't want a toxic guy. Of course I don't. I don't even think I'm built for a relationship right now. But I just, like, I was going over my dating history, and it was just like, I had a lot of work to do on myself. You know, men are very lethal. They're mean. They're kind of gross. They don't have a lot of morals. I'm gonna need a Christian man, a real Christian man, not somebody who says he's Christian and then is sneaky and cheats, or is just gross, or an alcoholic, or, you know, I'm sure maybe there's some alcoholics out there that don't cheat, and I don't mean to like hate on alcoholics, because I don't hate alcoholics. Obviously they're in pain, they're suffering. Anybody with an addiction is trying to numb themselves, you know. It's not like a choice, you know. Sometimes you have to process through stuff to actually get out of addiction. It's not that simple. You gotta journal your ass off to get out of addiction, and pray and ask for deliverance, in my opinion. But I was going over my dating history, and it's kind of like that comment that I saw, like, why are you doing this? You know, it's just like, those are the type of people who are dangerous. You know, they're actually dangerous people, because they're dangerous morally, in the fact that they want to make you doubt yourself, make you think what you're not doing isn't good enough. And that's probably exactly how they feel. They don't feel good enough. I don't know. I was watching another YouTuber, I forget who it was, but she said, like, she had a friend who used to be mean to people because she didn't feel good about herself, and she actually admitted this to her because it made her feel better. I have never had a heart like that. Like, even if somebody did something mean to me, I have always wanted to be good for God, because God made me that way. And like, I know in a deep space in my heart that, and I've taken the low road, believe me, plenty of times, but for the most part, and usually it's been out of anger and like a passionate kind of thing, and then I usually like even apologize later, because that stuff, that never makes you feel good. But for the people who never learn that lesson, like, oh, I'm not going to cheat people, I'm not going to discourage people, I'm not going to lie to people, and they're like, past their 20s or 30s even, like when people are doing that in their 40s, in their 50s, and I don't know how old these people are on YouTube. Maybe they're young. Maybe they're young and saying, why are you doing this? And they're just it's kind of a curious question, but it felt more of like a discouraging question to ask, why are you wasting your time making this video? And it like, the video was so good. It was just like all really good, morally good things. And it's just like, is that the devil saying, why do you want people to know better so they can do better? It's unbelievable. I just feel like we have to get better as a society. Like, we got to get better as a society to ask why somebody's doing something that's positive. I mean, is that what this has come to? I mean, that's what the Bible says. In the end days, good is going to be considered bad and bad is going to be considered good. So I don't know. I guess that's my little rant for the evening, but I just couldn't. I'm laying out here on my patio in this, it's so nice out right now. It's like the perfect temperature. I thought it was going to rain, but it never did. And I've just been sitting out here watching YouTube and kind of meditating and looking at my flowers and stuff. And I have my little lights in the back here. So just kind of end of the day, my thoughts. And I just had to do a video on that because, I mean, if you don't have high confidence and can see through it to the insecurity and the sadness of it, it can discourage people, and that's what it's meant to do. Or maybe it's unconscious because that's how people feel. Like, what do you say to that? I'm sorry about your self-esteem. Are you still hating yourself? Like, just any sort of comment that is weird like that. It just made no sense to me, and I had to do a video on this. So anyway, I love you. God bless you. Let me know your thoughts on this crazy haterade stuff. People do funny things, and it's also important just to see it as everybody's in a different stage of growth. Some people were like firing back about it and like, what you should block them, what's going on, like, that's so rude, like, who would even come and say that? But it really shows to the fact that people are in a different stage of growth, and some people are not that high-minded that they can't appreciate good work, and they think it's a waste of time, or like it's a waste of time to try to teach somebody a valuable lesson, and it goes to show, there's a lot of, like, when I was talking about the, men who have not come into their best self, their higher self, it kind of speaks to that. Men that point out flaws in women, or men that treat women badly. That's why I don't know if it's worth dating men, because they're so malicious and they don't even know what love is, and they don't even care to try to like provide and protect a woman anymore. And we are living in some crazy days, and I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to someone's heart that they would want to maliciously use somebody. I mean, your ego, you would think that you would learn what's important in your life and what has meaning. And I mean, I guess that's a reprobate mind. I'm so glad I don't have one. I'd rather be on this side and hurt. I'm not hurt, but I was. And I'm just so glad. I'm actually glad I was hurt, because if I wasn't, I would just go on believing that, it was an accident, or they didn't really know any better. And a lot of times, I really don't know if people know better, but I know better now to, test people and get to know people, if they'll even get that far. I don't even want to get to know people just because I feel like I already know people. But I'm sure there are some good men out there. I really hope there are, because I know there are, actually. I know there's good men out there, but there's a lot of really bad men, like a lot of really bad men who have a lot of hate in their heart, obviously. And I've been praying for them. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about the negative comments on YouTube. And if you're a YouTuber, obviously you got to get a little strong and just notice these messages. I've had messages too, but the message that said, why would you waste your time doing that? Why would you change your underwear? Like, it's better, like, it's better, I don't want to wear the underwear for a week straight. Like, I like a new pair every day. I like it. Anyway, that's my spiel. I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you. God bless you. And good night. Bye-bye.